When the youngest son of a chaebol learns how to be a better man, from his Western wife. In a showbiz world where fame often allows people to sidestep basic manners, the story of Song Joong Ki and Katy Louise Saunders feels like a breath of fresh air. It's not just because he's one of Korea's biggest stars or because she's a stunning Western beauty worthy of magazine covers. What captivates the public is how, since their marriage, Song Joong Ki has gradually transformed, not as an actor, but as a man, thanks to the influence of the woman walking beside him. Body, small anecdotes, big messages. On December 27, Song Joong Ki appeared on the talk show Hello, I'm Choi Hwa-young, hosted by veteran actress Choi Hwa-young. Among the many stories he shared, one anecdote stood out. He had once kept his manager waiting for 20 minutes, only to be scolded by his wife afterward. "Who do you think you are, making someone wait like that?" Katy's remark wasn't just a scolding, it was a firm reminder about humility and proper conduct. In any ordinary marriage, such a comment might go unnoticed. But when someone as high profile as Song Joong Ki shares that he's being held accountable by his wife, it sends a powerful message. Veteran host Choi Hwa-young was quick to chime in. "You're a very honest and upright person. I think you two were drawn to each other because of your mutual integrity." Fans and media alike echoed this sentiment. Katy didn't fall for the celebrity, but for the man she believed could grow into someone better. And Song Joong Ki, surrounded by adoration and privilege, chose to listen and learn rather than brush it off. Living between two worlds, love as a shared language. Another intriguing facet of their relationship is the cross-continental life they've built. Though based in South Korea, Song Joong Ki revealed that he also spent significant time in Tuscany, a quiet countryside region near Rome, Italy, where he lives with Katy when he isn't working. This isn't just a geographical choice, it's a lifestyle statement. A Korean star, accustomed to the spotlight, finds peace in a place where no one calls him Oppa, where he's simply a father, a husband, and a man struggling to learn Italian because his son now speaks it better. Indeed, Joong Ki admitted that his son, who already speaks Italian, often says things he doesn't understand. Feeling the pressure, he's been diligently studying the language. Katy, too, has been learning Korean and is already able to say phrases like "mother-in-law, come eat." Though not perfect in pronunciation, her effort is heartwarming. These simple, candid details paint a touching picture of a multicultural family trying, genuinely and persistently, to meet halfway. A fresh perspective, Katy as Song Joong Ki's moral compass. In the South Korean entertainment scene, marrying a foreigner has historically been met with skepticism, often due to cultural and language barriers. Having gone through a highly publicized divorce with Song Hye-kyo, Song Joong Ki could have chosen a safer path. Instead, he chose someone outside the Korean showbiz bubble, a woman who didn't seek fame, but who profoundly shaped his values. Katy doesn't do interviews. She's not active on social media. She doesn't chase headlines. But every time Song Joong Ki talks about her, his words reflect respect, admiration, and a willingness to grow. He doesn't just protect her, he lets her change him. In many ways, Katy has become a mirror that Joong Ki needed after his past scandals and personal setbacks. She didn't just help him rebuild his public image, she helped him redefine who he is as a husband, a father, and a man. Conclusion: this isn't a fairy tale, it's a journey of mutual growth and grace. We often idolize love stories that feel like fairy tales, but in today's world, audiences increasingly yearn for relationships that are healthy, honest, and grounded. The marriage between Song Joong Ki and Katy Louise Saunders isn't perfect, but it's real. It's filled with cultural clashes, language missteps, parenting challenges, and growth. Most importantly, it's a relationship between two people who chose each other, not because they were the same, but because they believed in becoming better together. Katy, a former actress turned quiet force of moral clarity. Joong Ki, once a picture-perfect celebrity, now a man working hard to speak his son's language, literally and emotionally. And in a world where fame often makes people lose touch with reality, their quiet, respectful, and deeply human relationship has ironically become the loudest statement of all. Because sometimes, From the love of two people, we can all learn how to love without losing ourselves, and perhaps, even become better versions of who we are meant to be. A viral scolding that's more than just drama. When Song Joong Ki, the suave, elegant star of Reborn Rich and Descendants of the Sun, casually shared that he was scolded by his wife on national television, no one expected the internet to explode. But it did. Because this wasn't just any domestic quarrel. This was a cultural wake-up call wrapped in one powerful sentence. Who do you think you are to keep someone waiting like that? These were the words Katy Louise Saunders, Song Joong Ki's British-Italian wife, told him after he made his manager wait 20 minutes. And while the anecdote came across as humorous during his guest appearance on the talk show Hello, I'm Choi Ha-young, it sparked a deeper conversation across social media, about humility, fame, and the surprising power dynamics within celebrity marriages. Behind the scolding, the woman who dares to challenge a Korean superstar. In the K-entertainment world, stars like Song Joong Ki are rarely questioned, especially not by those closest to them. Idolized by millions, protected by managers, surrounded by staff, it's easy for boundaries to blur. But Katy, a former actress with an international background, doesn't play by those rules. She values manners, punctuality, and mutual respect, even in marriage. Song Joong Ki admitted that Katy holds higher standards than he does when it comes to etiquette. The moment he casually kept someone waiting, she didn't let it slide. She reminded him, clearly and without hesitation, that fame doesn't exempt anyone from basic decency. Her words weren't just a wife's irritation. They were a mirror, forcing one of Korea's most beloved actors to look at himself through a human, not a celebrity, lens. The reaction, from shock to admiration. Social media lit up after the broadcast. The phrase "Who do you think you are?" became a trending topic. But instead of mockery, many netizens expressed admiration for Katy. In a world where celebrity spouses are often either silent or submissive, her bold honesty stood out. She's not intimidated by his fame, one user wrote. She treats him like a man, not a star, and that's probably why their marriage works. Veteran host Choi Ha-young chimed in during the episode. You're a very honest and upright man. I think the two of you were drawn to each other because of your character. That's the surprising twist. In an industry built on appearances, what truly attracted this power couple to one another may not have been looks or status, but a shared foundation of values and integrity. More than gossip, a lesson in modern relationships. This moment went viral not just because Song Joong Ki got put in his place, but because it challenged the image of the untouchable male celebrity. It reminded fans that true love doesn't idolize, it humanizes. Katy didn't marry an actor, she married a man she expects to grow, reflect, and respect others. And Joong Ki, rather than reacting defensively, shared the story openly, perhaps even with pride. In doing so, he modeled what humility in love can look like. Conclusion: when a sentence becomes a mirror for millions. In just one sentence, Katy Louise Saunders did what few in K-entertainment dare to do. She reminded a top star that fame is fleeting, but character is forever. And in sharing that moment, Song Joong Ki reminded us that being a great actor doesn't mean you stop being a better person. Sometimes, it takes someone who sees you beyond the spotlight, to make you shine the right way.